All right, just to show my love, my appreciation. Somebody's getting a vinyl. Monique, vaccine. I went through a whole conversation with some persons the other day about the whole vaccine scenario. Right? Let me see what's going on here. I don't know what's going on, and I want to make sure it's everybody in and around and can enjoy what's going on. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. All right, so we good. We good. So, vaccines. That's what you said, Monique. Question about the vaccines. Here is my view on the vaccines. I think it's a personal thing for people and their families to decide whether they want to take the vaccines or not. My father went and got the vaccine. Like my mother-in-law and them did not. So some people share different views on it. Me personally, I have a problem coming on and expressing my view publicly because I don't want to influence the lack thereof, right, when it comes to these vaccines. I am not I'm not anti-vaccines by any means. A lot of time, whenever people want to defend their agenda, they'll say, well, the research shows that it's not this or it's not that. Or they'll say the research said that it is this or it is that. Same place you find the information, you're going to find the misinformation. There's as much information out there to support the use of the vaccine as there is information to debunk the use of the vaccine and why you shouldn't use it. Me personally, I think it's a personal thing for each family because at the end of the day, you have people in households that their health are compromised and you want to make sure they're good. You want to make sure they're all right. You don't want to take no chances with that, right? So for me to say, well, I wouldn't take the vaccine, you wouldn't take it, something happened to you, can't keep that on my shoulder, on my conscience. For me to go say, well, I would take the vaccine and you go take it and something happened to you, can't put it on you. But at the end of the day, we've been taking vaccines all our lives. We've been taking vaccines since the West was won. All right? I had a conversation with an actual nurse, an RN, and what her view was, though she's a medical professional, she wasn't necessarily in support of the vaccine. But the reason why she wasn't in support of the vaccine is because, she said that it was rushed and not necessarily tested, and they weren't able to test it properly, in her opinion. I don't say no. But all the vaccines that we've taken over the years, there's been no scientific data that proved that those vaccines had ill effects. Now, there were some vaccines like the, I think it was the, not measles, but chickenpox vaccine that, some people who have children who are autistic had expressed that it was after those vaccines that they saw the rise in autism in the kids and whatever. I don't know how true or not it is. The words of G. Cole does not represent those of homegrown to G. Cole, Jamaicans.com or anyone. I'm just saying, right? So that happened. So some people will question it. Whenever it has an impact immediately on you and intimately on you and your family, then your viewpoint's going to be a little bit different. Not true? But I'm not a vaccine-taking person. Flu shots, all them things, believe it or not, I've never gotten a flu shot, right? And like I state all the time, even the vaccines we used to get in Jamaica, the only one I can recall, I'm sure I got vaccines as a baby, but the only one I can recall getting is the little drop that they put on your tongue when you're in primary school and stuff like that. That one I recall getting, right? I do not recall getting anything other than that. No, I was a kid that grew up with asthma, so I don't know if that had anything to do with the reason I didn't get the vaccine. I don't know. But all in all, I don't recall getting any, and I'm not the person that's into flu shots and all them things. But then again, I'm the guy that doesn't go to the doctor unless forced by my wife anyway, right? That's me. So I can't blame none of that on anything or anyone. But as far as the vaccine goes, there's information coming in every day, but it's just as much information to support it as information to say no. So that being said, I just think that every individual and every family should sit down, do the research, get all the information in, and just figure out what's best for you and for your family. Because like I said, it may save somebody's life. It may kill somebody. You understand me I say? But it may save somebody's life. So it depends on what it is. You got to do the research. All right, Gilbert, big up yourself. All right. Monique, you see I rub you in the thing right now, Monique. Me vex you there, you know? Wait, so because I took mine, I'm going on vacation in Jamaica. I rub you in the thing now. I rub you in the thing right now. Rub you in the thing. It's all right, man. Love you anyway. But here's the thing when it comes to the vaccines. Again, when you think about it, things are going to get normalized. And the same people who said I'm not taking the vaccine right now, when it gets normalized and it becomes a part of what you have to do to go to school and for job and for health insurance and for life insurance or whatever, we're just going to roll on conform. Let's just call it out, call it what it is. You do have those people who are going to rebel against the cause, and hey, more power to you. But for those people who have to, they're going to. And I feel like there's going to be, eventually, you can't fly without taking a vaccine. You can't do a lot of things without taking a vaccine. They've already started that, where they're saying certain things you cannot do without showing that you have received your vaccine, right? So it's going to be normalized. Now, what happens a lot of time is propaganda gets spread. And that's the reason why people oppose the vaccines and so forth, right? We got people who say, they're trying to put chips in people and all kind of things. You hear them think all the time, right? Oh, them a microchip, a micro this, a micro that. Not true. They say stuff like that. I sit down and I always do the math and I say, okay, when these vaccines come out, if there were really chips and all kind of things in the vaccine affect black people, right? What happened that first stretch of time when black people were avoiding the vaccine? And it was the white people going in and taking the vaccine. Was that saying that they got tricked, they were misfiring, the wrong people were getting it? As well as, if there was a chip in the vaccine, how much them chip that cost, right? After a certain period of time, vaccines go bad. Also, there's no, they're all the same things. So that means you'd be investing a lot of money with a gamble, hoping that it goes in the direction. You're trying to get black folks or whatever the case may be. What happens when you get whites? What if you get Asia? What if you get this? What if you get that? All right? That budget there would be really out of whack. So for those little conspiracy theory reasons, I can't side with those. But again, if you know you're in ill health, a family member of yours is in ill health, or you work in an environment that you could possibly get compromised because you're going around people, do the research. You go on and do the research. Don't do the research from where somebody sent you or whatever the case may be, because again, the same place where you find the information, you find the misinformation. Had a conversation with somebody and they were adamantly telling me about all the information, all the research that shows that the vaccine is not a good thing. When I asked them where they get the information from, they said the information they found it on the internet. But if you go on the internet, there's actually more information to support the use of the vaccine than to not support it. So it obviously said to me that you spend time not looking at certain information and looking at some. That's because whichever one suited your agenda. All right? So for that and that reason only, I keep saying everybody's got to do their own research. Right? Kiki says, I believe in science, and as soon as it's available to me, I'm ready for it. Rosa says, I got my first one and second one on the 31st. Right? Again, those people who older, people with compromised immune systems, even though you're injecting, you're actually putting a virus in you or some grade and level of virus in you in order to develop immunity against it. So it's a risk overall, but isn't that the same thing with the flu vaccine? Isn't that the same thing with the vaccines that you pump into your kids when they come out the womb and you take them to the doctor to get their shots? Right now, we're in a time of conspiracy theory. We're in a time of transparency. We're in a time of questioning, when people question a lot of things and people have access to a lot of information that we didn't have in the past. So for those reasons, again, a lot of things are being questioned. A lot of things. And it is what it is. But at the end of the day, don't roll with the tide just because people are constantly questioning stuff. You have to do what's best for you and your family. And there are two people in the same household that will take the vaccine and have adverse reactions. One person's going to get sick, one person will not. One person's life's going to be saved, one might not. But at the end of the day, you can't make your decision by what somebody told you to do. Go do the research. Another place you can do research, even though it's a little skeptical and you might be, there's mistrust there, is with your physician. If you've got a relationship with your primary care physician, pick their brains. Like I said, I sat down and I spoke to a nurse that I have a personal relationship with, and she's not for the vaccine, right? But at the end of the day, too, she did say straight up, if her elderly parent was around and the option was taking the vaccine versus not taking the vaccine, she would probably encourage her to take it, because they are less able to fight off this thing on their own. So again, do the research. But if you have a relationship with your primary care physician or somebody in the healthcare field that will be honest with you, talk to them too and find out what's going on. And there you'll find a lot of your information. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tough one. It's a rough one. But, this is the time we're in right about now. Everybody's concerned about, do I take this vaccine? To be perfectly honest with you, I would be a little bit more scared and when it becomes mandatory. And like I said, I think it ultimately will. I think there's going to come a time when you're trying to get life insurance and they're going to ask you, did you have the vaccine? Trying to get certain jobs, did you take the vaccine? Trying to get on a flight, did you take the vaccine? Right? Certain things, it's going to become mandatory. It will. I think something's going on with Facebook right about now. So I know I can't see many of your comments. Right? For the folks commenting on Jamaicans.com, and for those people commenting on homegrownwithgcole.com, I can tell just by looking at what I'm seeing here that some of your comments aren't coming through, so I might have to answer them at a later time. What does Kiki say here? When many are migrating, we have to do medical to complete the process. I've never heard of one person say that they will stay back because they will not take any vaccine. Not one. It's funny. It's funny you say that. True. That's gospel, Kiki. And a lot of times people are traveling across the globe too, going to Africa and going to countries where vaccines were required. Some people took the vaccines, some people did not, because there are, in fact, ways around it. A lot of people don't know of it. But when people are going to Africa and different countries in Africa, and they said, listen, well, you got to get the yellow fever shot, you got to get the malaria shot, you got to get all those things, right? Most people said, pump it in me, because it's Africa, I ain't taking no chances. Right? So they did that. And they went and everything was okay, and you come back, and sometimes people have reactions, but nothing dire, nothing severe. I personally, because I always say I draw my stats from my immediate circle. All right? I draw my stats from my immediate circle. Now, I will say this. I don't know anybody personally who has had any negative reaction to a vaccine of any kind. So I don't have a reason to, I guess you'd say, be scared of it. I think I can see some comments now. Melverton, Wagwan, fam. Wagwan, what's popping? I think the spaceship had taken you away, Melverton, and you're back. All right, so we going to talk about the aliens, man, because I know something happened. Melverton says, I got the Pfizer vaccine 3 months ago, and so far I'm doing well. Here is the thing, and again, I always say, run the stats. The people with the less information are always the loudest. And they repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over because that's how they get it in your head. That's the people with the least information. The people with the most information, there's a lot of info. So they speak a little softly, and they move on. The people that they know jack, them are reel off the info like it's nothing. Reach out to people, even if it's on social media. People in your family members, ask them straight up, have you taken a vaccine? What's the reaction been? Because thus far, and I'm just saying thus far, everybody that I know personally, and even people that just from social media who have taken the vaccine, I've had nobody say anything negative. Like I said, my dad took the vaccine. My dad is 69, took the vaccine. No negative, right? A lot of times the people who are telling you all the negative and ill effects of the vaccine, they don't actually know anybody that has taken it and has had the ill effects. But that's just what we do. We spew negative info, right? Hey, Winsome, how's it going? Monique, I'm still vexed today. I got Jamaica and a team invite me. Bettina says, I think old people and sickness people will get it first and quickly, so we can meet our grandparents, parents, friends on a normal way. Annette, what's poppin'? How you doing? So good to see you. Like I said, I think I'm almost 100% sure there's some craziness going on with Facebook right now, because it happens where I'm not seeing all the comments. So I'm trying to get to everybody's comments as I can, if I can. So, but again, try this. It's one of them things where, just like most things, I don't think it's a broad brush. I don't think everything affects everybody, and nothing affects everybody in the same way. If it affects everybody, right? Then it won't be in the same way. So that being said, do the research. And the research doesn't mean listening to people spew their info, right? It don't mean that at all. At all, at all, at all. Hold on, let me open this and see if we can get some more joints. Hold on, let me see if we can get some more comments. Spew there. Nope. Okay. So, nonetheless, do the research. Like you see here, Melverton and many others said that they have taken the vaccine. Now, with how we are as a people, remember, stats prove, if something good happens to you, it's got to happen to you 17 times before you speak about it. If something bad happened to you, talk about it right away, one time, right? So I feel like if people are having these negative reactions, we would all hear about it and hear about it a lot, right? I think we would hear about it a lot. So I personally, just going off close circle, as in me, the people I know and have conversations with on a regular, people in my family, whatever the case may be, I haven't gotten any negative reactions from the vaccine. I'm just not the vaccine taking kind of guy. I'm also not the medication taking type of guy. So most times when I take home medication from the doctor, probably doesn't work fully because I never take the full thing. So I am not going to be one to give any proper advice when it comes to that. But do the research, man. Do the research. All right. And again, like I said, if I can see the comments, I'll see them. But let me know if what your reaction to the vaccine is. What do you think about it? Are you inclined to take it? What about the people in your family who have already taken it? Have you seen any adverse reactions? Have you seen any reactions at all? And again, remember, everything is personal, Unless you're willing to do thorough, comprehensive research, unless you're ready to take the responsibility if you encourage people in the wrong way or discourage them, right? Unless you're willing to do that, then you have to be careful with the information that you disperse, right? But do the research. Find out. And if you know of people who have had any effects, just let us know. Gene, what's Papa locking? Good to see you. DJ Lance, always good as always. Pearly May. DJ Lance, talk to me. You're over there in the UK. What's going on? What's been the reaction as far as the vaccines go? Do you know anybody who have taken a vaccine? Have you taken a vaccine? What's the reactions you've been getting from people? Bettina, you're over there in Germany. Talk to me. What's the reaction been like from the folks over there in Germany when it comes to this vaccine? Talk to me. Let me see here. I think I got some folks right now. Simone, large up yourself. What you say? Oh, healthcare worker on the front line, vaccinated for survival, doing fine. Yo, that sounds like a line from a rhyme. Healthcare worker on the front line, vaccinated for survival and doing just fine. That's from your album, ain't it, Simone? That's from your album. I dig it. Creativity at work. But ladies and gentlemen, I know I was going to be talking about vaccines today, but it's an important thing. It's going on. It's a conversation that happens in our households amongst ourselves, our peers, our family members. I guess, and a lot of times publicly. I've seen many people on public platforms and so forth speaking about it, and I've just kind of refrained from doing so. But my reason for refraining to doing so is because, again, I'm not sitting here doing thorough research. And that's the reason why I didn't, I normally don't go about just dropping info on vaccines and such delights. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them things where it's a serious topic nowadays, because I think the issue with this, just like everything else, just like masks and the resistance and the hesitation that people had about wearing masks and social distancing, is not so much what the effect and the effect of it may be, People just don't like being told what to do. Right? People just don't like being told what to do. The last time we really needed vaccines for anything was probably prior to the social media age. I'm not saying people weren't taking vaccines and flu shots and vaccines to go places and whatnot, but the last time we had a situation or a scenario where we needed and where we were being encouraged and in some cases damn near forced to get a vaccine was probably before the social media age. So for that reason, if people were against it, we didn't know. Not true. If people never want to take it, we wouldn't know. And most people were taking it. Most people were taking it, and their children they were giving it to their children or whatever the case may be. But right now, there's something called social media, and somebody with an opinion will spew it. And again, remember, if somebody says, go down the street because it's good for you, we'll glance at that. But if somebody says, don't go down the street, dopey down there, we stop and we read that 10 times. So the thing is, anytime skepticism comes up, it's human nature, we're going to pay more attention to that. And I think that's the reason why the conversation is so loud as far as the whole vaccine situation goes. But one more time, man, it's a personal thing. It's between you and your family have to figure out what's good for you. Because imagine this. If you don't take the vaccine, and as a result, something happened to you that didn't happen to somebody that took it, you're going to feel that way. And when I say you, I mean somebody in your family. You're going to feel that way. Somebody dies in your family eventually, and you, in the back of your mind, think that, man, if they had taken the vaccine or had I not discouraged them from taking the vaccine, you're going to feel that way. And then if you encourage somebody to take a vaccine and they mutate and turn into an alien, then you're going to feel bad too. Because you're going to say, man, I encouraged them. So your best bet is, as an individual, as a family, you sit down and you research together. Research together. Because sometimes you're doing the research not for you, not for your kid, but maybe for mom and grandma, right? But then as you do the research, you realize that, these effects would be something that if grandma took it, then their body might not be able to handle it, but me and the kids might be able to, so it might be good for us, but not for them. Or vice versa, where, they definitely are not going to be able to handle certain things if it gets to a certain level, so it's really important for them to take that, but me and the kids are a little stronger, so we might not need to take it. But that might be, is a research that you have to do as a family and as a personal thing. And then at the end of that research, guess what your decision may be? 5 of you in the household, you might be like, okay, so based on our research, the vaccine is good for you too, but it's not necessary for us. Right? Or the vaccine is good for you 3, but not necessary for us. Good for us 3, but not necessary for you. Right? Now remember, the vaccine also works in tandem with everything else. So the vaccine it's not a bulletproof vest. You don't put it on and then, hey, let me run out in the street, shoot me, baby. No. It is, you still have to practice your social distancing. You still have to wear your mask. All right? It's an immunity builder. Right? It's not maximum immunity. People have taken vaccines for certain things and still have had effects. Maybe not as severe as if they didn't have the vaccine. But remember, we still have to practice other things. And sometimes, too, here's another thing that people don't talk about, right? So let's say you have 3 people in a household and 1 person take the vaccine. Others don't. We think about the health, the spreading it through, the breathing and the this and the that. The breathing, sneezing on people, coughing on people, just being around, you know what I mean? Close interaction, person to person. So if somebody take the vaccine and you're assuming, well, they're not going to go out there and contract the virus so they can come home and we'll be safe. You know what I mean? You say, okay, grandma's home, mom's home. I'm going to take the vaccine since they don't leave the house and I'm going out in the streets. Let me take the vaccine so I can go deal with it in the streets and come, right? But remember I said it doesn't only get transmitted in you, it's a virus. So it can be on your stuff. It can be on your watch, cold metals, your pen, the door handle, whatever the case may be. So you can still pass the virus on to somebody, but not breathing or not the regular way. You have on your mask, you have on 2 masks and a face shield, right? But you touch the door handle that had the virus on it. And you come and you hug mommy and shake mommy hand and daddy hand, and then they rub their face or touch their mouth, and there goes the thing. And you wonder, how in the heck did they get it? I'm the only person coming in and out of this house, and I've been masked up and I've been vaccinated. And then we start questioning the legitimacy of the vaccine. Because, hey, I still, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we still have to be proactive and we have to be careful. We got to do what we got to do. All right? So half of the problem is ignorance sometimes. And like the G.I. Joe says, knowledge is half the battle, right? Knowing is half the battle. So make sure you do the research. I'm going to continue to say, make sure you do the research for you and for your family. Do it or do it. Whichever one you prefer, do it or do it, right? Do it or do it. Now, some of the stuff that we send out, I got to big up everybody that listens from near and far. DJ Land says, I've taken it, no problem with it. It's mixed here. I have taken it, but most people are happy with it here. That's DJ Lance, and he's repping the UK, so he's talking about what's going on in the UK. Again, for those people in different parts of the world, let me know what's going on in your part of the globe as far as the vaccine goes and people's reactions to it. Are people taking it? I remember when this thing just came out and everybody was adverse to it. No, we're not taking it. The black community too. No, we're not taking it more than anything else. Right now, majority of people argue. The same people who are saying no, they might take it now. They might take it now. You best believe. You best believe. They're taking that vaccine right now. All right. Let's see here. Where's that, Simone? If you steal that, you want 20%. You want your publisher rights. That's true. I ain't mad at you, girl. I'm not mad at you. I am not mad at you. Kiki says, I bet tomorrow if the CDC announced that in their study they found out that it can enhance the male longevity. I bet any money they'll run out of shots. Ladies and gentlemen, when you were in grade school, when you're in basic school, when you're in primary school, you're in high school, when you're in college, there's that one person. That's just that one person in the classroom that always gone too far. Always gone too far. Always gone too far. Right? So the road there, they're taking a left. This is Kiki, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to repeat what Kiki says. I bet tomorrow if the CDC announced that in their study they found that it can enhance a male's longevity, I bet any money they would run out of shots. It's Marcia Griffiths, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of world? Courtesy of the album Timeless. Giving away a copy of this today. Kiki.
What kind of world am I living in? Is it a world without love? What kind of life am I living?
Kiki. Marcia Griffiths, ladies and gentlemen. We're giving away one. Kiki. Stop it, Kiki. Fellas, you hear how Kiki I come for it? You hear how Kiki has come for it? You hear how Kiki I come for it, ladies and gentlemen? Kiki, you ain't right. You ain't right. Again, lots of the good folks over there at Tad's Records got this gift that we're giving away today. Again, before I get off of here, I'm going to tell you how you can win that, all right? How you can win that. Just let me drop it right now. Whenever you get off of here, don't go now, but whenever you get off of here, just go to YouTube, right? Type in Homegrown with G. Cole. I'm going to pop up. This image right here, the orange, is going to pop up. That's me. Subscribe to the channel, right? At the end of the evening, all the subscribers, I'm going to choose, depending on how many others I can get, because you don't know what things set up right. We'll go over that. Let's see what we can get, right? We can get some gifts, right? If I can only get one, then I'm going to give away one. If I can get two, I'm going to give away two. Wish I could send it to everywhere across the globe, but it's probably going to have to be within the continental US and Canada. All right? But it's, again, I'm looking forward to it. I want that copy myself, you know what I mean? Love my vinyl, love collecting my vinyl. So just ladies and gentlemen, give thanks, all right? Remember to go support and subscribe to the YouTube channel, all right? Tell your friends to tell their friends. When you go on there and support it, just click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we have stuff coming up there. And guess what? Share the link with your friend them too, you know what I mean? Get that one share one time and send it to somebody in your WhatsApp group or whatever and say, hey, subscribe to this channel. I'd appreciate it, all right? We got to get those numbers up. Because YouTube is not something I've been focusing on enough. But people keep saying, you need to focus on YouTube because Facebook is tripping, which they are correct. All right? So that's why I'm doing that. I want to say, Mish McLean, large up yourself. Again, I can't see any comments here. Julian Lee and many others. I'm sure afterwards when I take this off, I will hear about, let me see here. Pearly May says, I hear some people are afraid of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine because of the powder. You know what's funny? That's the thing about the vaccines too that make it really... that scare people, to be honest with you, is now that we know. Because before, you just know that's a vaccine, you don't know where it come from, right? But now we know that vaccines are, I mean, it's created just like anything. A vaccine is made just like a car is made, right? Just like a table is made. The only difference is a scientist doing it, and it's years of research sometimes, right? And all that stuff. And it's a little bit more serious. But I think what is making it a little scary for a lot of folks out there is because of the fact that we've now discovered it's just being manufactured, because you have the Pfizer, you have the Johnson & Johnson, there's another one, and the one that they're sending to Jamaica, I can't remember what name, Al something another, but there are probably 3 or 4 different companies that are, and maybe more, but thus far that have been approved, about 4 companies manufacturing vaccines, and they're manufacturing their own facilities, not the same scientists, not the same research, not nothing, right? Data does get shared, but again, it's different companies doing what they do. So for that reason, people sometimes get skeptical, being like, okay, then how many know which one for good? You know what I mean? Now you're going off for reputation and name and brand and what you're familiar with. We're familiar with Pfizer. We're familiar with Johnson & Johnson. People are a little skeptical about Johnson & Johnson for multiple reasons all the time, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? You've been using the lotion and the baby powder, right? So we just don't know. We just don't know. But again, it comes right back around to responsibility. To ourselves, to our families, for ourselves, for our families, by ourselves, by our families, right? Do the research, man. Nobody listen to Kiki talk about me longevity, you know. Nobody with it, you know. Nobody make Kiki. Nobody listen to Kiki, you know. Kiki sample. Kiki's tripping. You know what I mean? Kiki tripping. All right? Kiki, you know what? I need to send one of my cameras out on the next date you go on. I send one of my cameras out with you so we can see what go on. All right? So we can see what's going on. What's going on? Okay? So that's something that we got to do. We don't, you know, come have a feeling that be a trouble you get all the time. And we want to see when you go on these dates, how your date go, how you get him in trouble, all kind of things. All right? Let's see what else we've got going on here. Sharon, respect a person's right to choose. It's a big decision that you cannot reverse. Even doing your research, the data that's out there, can you fully trust that? That's accurate too. Again, and that's the reason why I say it's a personal thing, and it's for you to do, because, you know, data is data, right? The same place where you find information, you find the misinformation, right? But the information that people go with, they normally have an agenda, right? And they'll go with the agenda precedes the data. So you have that agenda before you get the data. And when you see the data, you go in the direction that the data supports your agenda. It's like people on the Bible, right? If you want to support one thing, then when you find the scripture in there that supports that, you ignore the rest of the thing then. People come up with the Bible when they want to talk about homosexuality and murder and this and that, but them don't mention the fornication part. And like, you're mad. How I got to talk about that? You're mad. Me not stop everything. You're mad, man. I get You see it? So the thing is, we use everything toward the agenda. But this is serious, so we have to go out there and be open and honest about it, and again, do it the right way. Don't go up there looking for information to support. Don't go up there looking for information to debunk. Go up there and find information. You understand? Bettina, you have to have a good feeling when you do it. True that. That could be a double entendre. What are you talking about? A kiki thing you support, or you talking about the vaccine? Bettina. Right? Beverly. Oh boy, another troublemaker. Another troublemaker. Beverly Brown says, G. Cole, Kiki nailed it. She's speaking her truth. Kiki a freak. You don't listen to Kiki. All right, Kiki on the street giving nothing but trouble. All right, and I'm not Kiki alone. I'm Kiki and Beverly. All right. Bettina says, I get it because I'm a nurse and a lot of contact to old sick people, and I feel good after it. I love that. So that's a personal testimony, and that's what I love when I say people. You know, a lot of times, don't give us I got the info from my granny, uncle, nephew, niece, sister, cousin, brother, wife, daughter, friend, boyfriend, teacher. That happens a lot. She's the one that did it, and she can give us that information, so we can share that info because that's her testimony, right? Annette, what you say? Vacation time. You see, people might come on vacation and a rub it in. I know that I did a vacation shot not too long ago, but it wasn't enough. So, yes, I am a little bad man. I'm a little jealous. I'm gonna show you how I look right now. You people telling me about your vacation. This is how I look right now. Look, just like that, just like that, just like that. A summer look. All right, Bettina. If you have a good immune system, it's not so important. A lot of people I know. A lot of people don't know that they had it. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. Many people have had it come and go and don't know. And guess what? The fact that it's come and gone and you don't know, that's a good thing. Give God thanks for that blessing there. You know what I mean? Give God thanks for that blessing there. So you come and gone and you're here, because some people it come and gone and them not there. You understand me? So I saw the thing go. Pearly May. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Kiki the troublemaker. You see that Kiki, I big up Beverly now because she know say, on our team, you know. On our team up with the thing. On not easy. Hello world. Hey there, Hope. How are you, my friend? So good to see you. So good to see you. Like I said, I'm trying to get to everybody's comments. There's something going on with Facebook right now, so can't see everything, and it's a struggle to get it all, regardless of which platform we're on. But I want to thank you all so very, very much. Thank you, each and every last one of you, for rocking out with me, man. Remember, if you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, Homegrown with G. Cole, it's available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube. Anywhere you can find podcasts and you listen to podcasts, we're there. Just type in Homegrown with G. Cole. Also, on Facebook here, once you get off, go to @myGCole or pull up Homegrown with G. Cole. Subscribe to the page, please. All right? Same thing on Instagram if you're on Instagram. Same thing on Twitter if you're on Twitter, right? All right, uptown people say on Twitter. On Twitter. All right? Steven, it's on Twitter. Okay. All right? And just like that. Also, remember, for your chance to win today's gift, which is the double CD. What am I talking about CD? Let's up the ante. I mean the double vinyl of Marcia Griffiths' latest album, Timeless. Marcia Griffiths sings Studio One classics. This is the CD. But I'm talking about the vinyl. Right? Remember when she was here in studio live and she said the vinyl was coming out? Well, the vinyls are here. Check out my autographed CD from Miss Marcia Griffiths. This album she released in late 2019. We had her in here in the studio live. She performed a song from the album.
Whoa, whoa. What kind of world am I living in? Is it a world without love? And what kind of life am I living? Is it a life without love? I can't be happy and I can't be free. Everything I try, there's always someone wanna hurt me. Why can't we love one another? Why can't we help each other? Is it a fact we walk together in life, and that doesn't mean to hurt our brother? Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I can't be happy and I can't be free. Everything I try, there's always someone wanna hurt me. Is it a fact we walk together in life, and that doesn't mean to hurt our brother? And why can't we love one another? And why can't we help each other? I can't be happy and I can't be free. Everything I try, there's always someone wanna hurt me. Why can't we love each other? Yeah. Why can't we help each other? Yeah. Da, 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 da.
Big tune, big tune. Big tune. Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Miss Marcia Griffiths. The song. So here's the dilly. You know I love the vinyl stuff, and we have vinyl nights and we do that. So the album is released now on vinyl. On vinyl, right? So you know the thing, go, when the good stuff come out, we got to hit them up. Vladimir the hard drive, we Vladimir the vaults, the storage areas, the shelves, whatever. We go in and we get what we get, right? We've given away some vinyl on here before. This album on vinyl is a double vinyl. When I say collector's item, I'm saying collector's item. For those people who have their turntables at home, you know what I mean, their record players at home, it'd be awesome for you. For those people who don't and just love them some Marcia, be a collector's item, just put it on the shelf. So I want to thank y'all so much. Remember, again, it's Marcia Griffiths. Marcia, the queen. Who love Marcia like me? Nobody. Who love Marcia like me? Nobody. All right? Again, I want to thank y'all so much, man, for the vibe. Let's slide a little piece of that tune again from the album Timeless. Happy Friday, y'all.
What kind of world am I living in? Is it a world without love? What kind of life am I living in? Is it a life without love? I can't be happy and I can't be free. Everything I try, there's always someone wanna hurt me.
Yeah, man. I know you can't ignore the sweetness of the music.
Why can't we love one another? Why can't we help each other?
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole. He's got a heart of gold.
Told you, right? I got you covered. Remember, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Homegrown with G. Cole. All right, hit us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @MyGCole. All right, follow us, subscribe. We got you.